following is what we think a discussion of politics between a Federalist and an Anti-Federalist would sound like. Good evening, sir. Thanks for coming.
My pleasure. So what is it that you asked me for?
Just to understand my opposition's philosophy.
And how would I be of help to you in doing so?
You do realize that I am a Federalist and you're an Anti-Federalist?
I guess you are right. I did not realize that.
Your high intelligence is known throughout our states, and I would also like to possibly persuade you to, change sides?
I will hear you out, but I am afraid I cannot do as you say.
Either way, I think we should talk.
I am of no objection. I think discussing our nation's politics would be a fine idea. Where do we begin?
We shall touch upon all of the main arguments, but I think we should start with our mixed opinions about division of powers between the federal government and the states.
Splendid.
I think that our Articles of Confederation fail to unite our states into one strong union, but on the contrary, they tear us apart.
But this Constitution gives the national government too much power and starves our states of power. I think that the national government could easily abuse the powers placed under their control.
In my fair opinion, I think our states have too much power and our federal government is without enough. How else to unite the states than by giving the central government the necessary power to operate?
I can see your opinion on the idea of states uniting, but if we give the federal government too much power, what's to stop them from abusing their power?
Okay, you think that our federal government should not have any more power, but what thinks you about the problems between states? Multiple states have claims to the same land west of the Appalachians. Our so-called Articles of Confederation have not the power to settle these disputes. Also, how could Congress function effectively if these states wanted nothing to do with the others?
I think that these disputes could be resolved without the help of the national government.
I politely disagree, but on to another issue. What about our country's money issue? Congress has not the power to demand funding from states to get out of foreign debts. As much as I want not to be taxed, I will graciously go along to help the nation.
I think that taxing is not necessary. With time, I believe that people, and maybe even states, will come forward and help pay our nation's debts.
Possible, yet unlikely. Moving on. What thinks you about Britain ignoring the Treaty of Paris because of our Confederation's lack of creating union?
This is a big problem, but I think if they stay too long, we could ask help of France. We could use a little of the power we displayed in the Revolution. Request the help of Washington. What says you?
If they stay too long, yes. But we need to have long-term protection through a strong government.
I think after forcefully moving them, we would have made it clear that they will lose if they ever decide to go against us again.
Possibly.
What thinks you of the amount of power we should give the president and other high-ranking government officials? If we give them so much power, we're better off being 13 individual states rather than a United States.
What a bold statement. We need to give government officials enough power.
But if we give them too much power, they can easily take over the states.
I think the Constitution gives the president necessary power. A man cannot lead a nation without certain powers, and the principle of checks and balances would protect against abusing of power.
I can see your point there, and I will admit it seems legitimate. However, how can we trust that our posterity will not fail our nation? How can we secure that any of the theories from the Enlightenment thinkers will actually work?
Well, us Federalists think that our planned government would be very well protected from failure.
I have to admit it's getting late, but I would like to mention the fact that the Constitution has no Bill of Rights.
Yes, unlike many other Federalists, I think that a Bill of Rights is necessary.
Yes, individual rights must be recorded. I best be going. Maybe we can get together another time.
Yes, certainly. Have a good night, my friend.
Same to you, chap. As you see, Federalists and Anti-Federalists had a very, very hard time agreeing on certain topics. We hope you enjoyed our short skit. Thank you.
Thank you.